welcome back to Mini Chats. Today we're going to be discussing living life for the gram. How far are you willing to go to get some extra likes on those pictures? Emmanuel, what do you think?
Well, yes, I'm on a few platforms like Instagram and Snapchat and stuff, but I'm not heavily on it all the time, but I don't try to get likes or anything like that. I mean, I share information, I share I'll say I share news so sometimes, because when I see something interesting, like an incident, and I'm thinking, you know what, it'll be good to let people know what's going on in London, like, or this and stuff. So I'm not doing it for likes. I'm not trying to, big myself or having like a large following. I'm not knocking anyone that does, but that's just not me. So
when someone likes it, you do feel a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind liking other people's stuff as well, like, what.
No, not other people. When someone likes a picture, you feel that little
I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, so I can't okay. I think the time when you know is when you put something up and you don't get that many likes. You're like,
so you don't.
Then you think to yourself, like, what did I put? Let me take another thing. But I said, like, maybe subconsciously, I might be doing it for the likes. Subconsciously, like, I put it up. I didn't put it up just for myself, obviously. So I want to share it with some people. I want to get reaction, but I don't think I consciously go purposely to get the likes. If that makes any sense.
How many social networks are you on?
Why are you asking me that?
Just what I know.
Okay, so I do a bit of Insta, Facebook, but I don't use that one that much. WhatsApp, is that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Snapchat?
Yeah, Snapchat times, and Twitter. I'm not a frequent Twitter user, but yeah. That's it. I don't know how many that's for.
Oh, that's a lot. Nothing. What are you?
I think for me, it's I do put stuff up on Instagram, but sort of it varies. So sometimes I'll put up news or a quote, something inspirational. So I'm not necessarily going for likes, like you said. It's more like going for sharing information. But then at times I would put pictures, say, of myself, and you think you look great. And I think, so think about it this way: if you put a picture, you're expecting people to like that picture. And if they don't, for like a whole hour, I think it's psychological, it messes up with your psyche, because then I feel like you think somehow subconsciously it validates what you think of yourself. So you think this picture is beautiful, you expect somebody to validate it. And so the amount of likes you get, it's more so saying that it's actually brilliant. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's not, I don't feel like I'm going for it, but subconsciously it's in my head.
But don't you think you're going for it? Because each time you put it up, if it doesn't meet, like, say the first picture you put up gets 100 likes, and the second picture gets 49, do you not try to reach that because you're saying it looks good and you feel it looks good?
Not really, no. I think even if it gets 5 likes, I think for me that's okay, and I'm sort of past that. But it's just a matter of getting like 0 likes. It's then it sort of, it says to you, I don't know, so you have to
put more effort.
Not more effort. I don't think it's more effort than as such, but it's more, I think, questioning how you view yourself. I think that's more than I think that's it for me. It's not trying to work hard, but it's more, okay, I think I look nice, somebody else doesn't think, then you're just thinking, oh wait, so I'm probably delusional kind of situation. Yeah, I think that's...
We'll come back to your delusions in a minute. What are your views, Keith?
I mean, I do it for likes, mate. I do it for likes. But at the end of the day, if I don't get any likes, then I feel bad, yeah? Because I'm like, I put some effort in putting this picture out, and nobody liked this picture. What's wrong with you guys? So, but overall, do I do it to, would I fake it? Like, try to do something to go the extra mile to fake an event or whatever? Nah, I don't think I'm that extreme to get that done. But when I do put up, I put up for likes, and that's what the platform is there for people to like it. And if they don't, then I feel bad. I want to say, why didn't you like my picture? But I can't say that because that's not there.
But why do you want them to like it? Why is it so important to you for them to like your picture if you already like it yourself?
Because again, it's what the purpose of the platform is. The platform is to share pictures and information, and in return, people like it. So if you're here and not liking my picture, you're following me, then something is wrong with you. You should stop following me. I'm just kidding, but yeah, you should like the pictures. I think that it should be liked. Whether you think I think it should be liked.
But do you ever do this thing that, okay, if you, some of the people that you follow, you see their picture, they feel, wow, this one's got 5,000 something, so you think, let me take a picture, maybe I might show a bit of flesh, show a bit of something.
We're just about to unboil your
No, I'm just saying that, you know, do you feel like maybe it's summer now, let me show them on the beach, see if I get more likes and stuff?
No, not at all. One thing I understand with Instagram now is that people tend to like things that look like creative and stylish. So for me, I'm more putting things like what I cook. Maybe I cook a meal and I just keep a picture of the meal. I get more likes when I do those things. I get more like if I put a picture of maybe one of my nieces or cousin looking in a very nice whatever way. So things that make people mind go to a different place. I realize that they put more likes to it than just focusing on myself. You know what I mean? And what?
Does that mean you've actually gone and studied the market and decided what you need to do?
No, not necessarily. But when I look at other, like for instance, I follow a group called Healthy Eating, and when I realized on Healthy Eating is that the pictures that they put there, once you look at the picture, you just have to like it because of the whole colors and so you just click it and you don't even look at what is written below, just the picture get your attention. So I realized I was like, okay, cool, that seems like it worked. Maybe I get some more followers.
Okay, so seems like you've said that. Maybe that's the same thing that Bow was thinking in terms of, I don't know if you guys have heard about the whole Bow Wow situation where he actually faked that he was on some jet or about to get on a jet, but really he was stuck in economy and he was stuck in economy on some plane. So do you think that's the pressure he felt, that maybe on Instagram people are getting more likes for jets, and then he decided, let me tell them I'm in a jet? What do you guys think? Was
it him that said it, or was it the comment that made it look like? Because I'm thinking, wow, he's got a bit of cash, he could get a jet, couldn't he?
So that would be like acceptance. He's trying to gain acceptance.
I don't know, but I'm thinking, because one thing is the commentary as well, or the mockery that people make of if you put a picture up, like we like when we get praises, isn't it? Or if we now put something up and then like we thought was funny, but people say, what is she wearing? And then you're thinking.
So like for example, like when Bow Wow put the picture up of the jet, his comment was he's either heading to that place in a jet, but he was actually in Delta or whatever airline. And so for me, I think like you said, we're used to that lifestyle of Bow Wow. So for him, if he can't live up to that style, he has to fake it, and that will mean acceptance. So for when people fake it, it's more sort of either maintaining that lifestyle or trying to get acceptance from people, I guess, fit into a certain category of group of people, I don't know.
Because now you have situations where people actually fake to go on holiday just for likes. People fake to be in relationships just for likes.
Yeah.
People fake to be buying things just for like. Are we then becoming a fake society because of the likes
or it is a fix that. No offense, I'm not trying to knock on anyone, but look, like when you even put your picture up, is it actually the picture is? I know these fun stuff that the social things apps have, like with the fairy eyes and stuff, but you don't see that many pictures just without filters now. Like people are so self-conscious of like, let me put a filter on it, like make it look that extra thing and guys will like it, think, oh, she's nice in it, but you don't really know the layers that is there.
But the thing is, with those filters, you know that you know that they're not fake. You know that it's part of the app. It's just you choose to add it or you choose not to. But when somebody get out of their way and subconsciously think and premeditate that, you know what, I'm going to fake being on a jet, or I'm going to fake being in Thailand, or I'm going to fake being in Paris. that's some serious. You have some serious issues there. That's some mental health issues.
But the thing is,
that is mental issues.
No, but they're saying that what you call this? I think I heard someone that Instagram is one of them. It's one of the causes is the second?
No, actually, it is the first. Yeah. So the study was released. I think was published 2 weeks ago, and out of 5 social medias, Instagram was the top in terms of mental health issues.
There you go. So that's why he thought he had to fake that.
So you're saying that Bauer has mental health?
No. He says that. I mean, the studies are saying this, and somebody's doing that. But what I'm just saying is that, you know what, psychologically or subconsciously, it's forming the way we think, and even especially young people. That's the way I always say it. Like I always say, you're beautiful as you are, but certain times we have there's a few artists now. I think like Alicia Keys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They keep promoting this thing of
the natural look.
I don't know this makeup kind of thing, and they just go out on the road and everything. First shock horror, but she's trying to do the norm. Christina Milian, I think she's too following the same kind of thing. So it's a bit different from what you see on the Instagram thing and Twitter and whatever that. It's always something on a filter.
Kind of filter.
Yeah, so that maybe there's a drive for this. I don't know.
Well,
it's deep in it.
I know. It's quite deep. Well, what we'll do, we'll just think about what everyone said. What do you think? How far should be acceptable in terms of, should it be your own business basically? You do whatever you want. It's your own life anyway. So if you want to fake it, so what? If society don't like it, so what? What do you think? We'll come back after the break. Okay, so we're still talking about living it for the grams. So basically, I'm sure you guys know about Selena Gomez and is it Kim Kardashian? They have like millions of followers, and now people are actually getting fake stuff like fake bums and fake boobs to actually live up to that standard, even though some people actually...
Wait, Selena Gomez has a fake bum?
No, she has loads of... I don't know, I'm not there, but I don't know. But I don't think she has a fake bum. But she has loads of followers, so some people might look up to her in terms of what the standard of living should be, in terms of the beauty, going out, doing all those different things, whereas some people might follow, Kim Kardashian, and they get the fake stuff done. So what are your views on that?
I mean, I personally think that celebrities, some of them, not all of them, are very hypocritical in their ways of getting the attention. And then 2 years later down, after getting the 3 million followers, and you start changing on the people. So you started with your lot of makeup and your, dressing sexy and looking all, and then after getting the high volume of followers, you just change and saying, oh, natural is the way, self-love. And so what was it before? Was it I don't know.
Maybe they evolved, didn't it? Like they grew up and they realized they were in the system.
But was that also intentional? So if they were living for themselves, you decided to follow them. If they didn't want to own up to them being a role model, it's really not up to them, to be honest. So if they wanted to wear makeup at some point and then change, now you as an individual, if you decide to follow that standard of beauty, that's up to you. It has nothing to do with, say, Alicia Keys or Kim Kardashian. They're just being themselves. I don't think, but I do understand when, I guess someone would argue that because they're in that platform, they're somehow setting standards and therefore they should be responsible. But I don't think that they should be restricted in living their lives. I don't know.
What do you think?
But does the responsibility, does that freedom of expression come with a form of responsibility?
It does, yes.
I would even use, what's his name, President Trump. He's on, I don't know if he's on Instagram, but he's on Twitter. And he's very popular on Twitter, and he says things that are sometimes irrational, and people attack him and all that. But
like I said, he like I said, some people use social media for different purposes. Like his one is, it's his way of communicating news to the people, because the media can't be trusted. I'm not defending them or anything, but that's what he uses it for. He's not really taking selfies and stuff like that, is he?
No. But what I'm saying, I bring Twitter in with President Trump because we tend to not understand that the higher we go in society, and become popular, is the more expectation of what is expected from us. So we need to understand that, and I think a lot of times celebrities, apart from the few that really stand up to that, people like Will Smith, people like Jada Smith, and the others who really hold a standard and a consistency throughout the years of promoting that specific thing, whether it is their that's what they're comfortable doing or not. I think that it's not solely about your comfort zone, but it's about understanding the people, that the youngsters and the followers that are behind you, that not only thinking here, you are thinking for them, which is unfortunate. But the reality is that you are actually thinking for people,
but then if they're thinking for people, does that mean that they should no longer live the life they want because they're busy thinking for other people?
You should live the life you want, but do it understanding that you're not just living your life for yourself, but you're living your life for others.
A good example is Rihanna came out. Rihanna's got a big following, and she's got so much influence. She came out saying, actually, I'm not taking responsibility, I'm not a role model, and she refuses to take that, right? She says, it is up to you, are you a parent, there's institutions, schools, to instill values in your children, raise your children. I have nothing to do with this. So would you blame her then and say, no, actually, you're a public figure, therefore, you should live a certain lifestyle? I think that's unfair.
I think Rihanna need to. When she said that, I think she should have think about it some more before she said that. Reason being, we don't need to. You see, celebrities and people, public figures need to understand that you're a public figure for a reason.
Yeah, but then they became celebrities through those means. So why would they then now change it?
But if it's like you're saying, and I'm not going to use just musicians and other. I'm going to use like President Barack Obama, right? He was a public figure. But if Barack Obama was to say, went out and have an affair on Michelle Obama, yeah, one could say that he's living his life. Oh, that's what you want to do. But yesterday he would judge and be criticized on the fact that he went and have an affair with while being married. So it go back to that. It's that we want to accept some things and say it's okay, and then some things it's not okay. We should be at liberty to live our life.
Your liberation, man.
No, but the liberty is there to live your life, but it comes with a consequence. If you want to be a public figure, you want to be in the public eyes, then with doing that comes with a responsibility and a consequence if you express living your life over the edge where the public don't accept. You get what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't think I get what you mean, but I personally don't feel like, if, say for instance, let's go back to Rihanna, if she feels like this is how I live my life and she got all her followers through those means, I don't see that she needs to change who she is. If that is who she is, that means you're asking her to change herself to fit into what society needs. Fake. And then now she becomes fake. And I personally do not agree with it. Whether she has 50,000 million followers, there's still the self element that you've asked her to get rid of.
Right, they chose to follow, yeah?
Can I just ask, also, in terms of like society and trying to influence the young people, right? There's certain things that you need to focus on, but things that involve yourself in terms of beauty, what you regard, whether it's putting fake lashes, that's you, self-gratification for yourself. Things about maybe being moral, I think then that you can say she's a public figure, therefore she needs to take responsibility for that. But if she thinks having a nice bum, a bigger bum it makes her feel happy, I think she has a right to do that. But if it's, again, like I said, it just has moral values in society, yes, she has a responsibility.
And that's why we're going back to, so you go back to that's when she made that statement, she should have think about the making that statement sounds as if you are saying that, okay, whatever I've done or whatever engage in, it's about me and about what I enjoy doing. And so the people who are following me, they chose to follow me. Yes, they did. Some people did. Some people just are just followers and they just follow, not thinking. And so in that case, she should have at least think about, you know what, it's a responsibility that comes with that.
But no, but what
you know what I mean? Yeah, so the more,
but she said that it's on the parents that if you don't like check what your child is doing, kind of thing, like, oh, why you look at these pictures, it's not on her, it's on the responsibility of the parents. And I think there's too much pressure from, like, expectations, should I say, rather, on, celebrities need to do this. Yes, they need to be mindful of the content put out there, but it's families and, like, society itself that you should be careful what kids are exposed to. So, because some things they are not necessarily ready for. I mean, certain people may put their kids on Instagram as well, kind of thing, sometimes, and you know.
They even have baby profiles. People create profiles for their babies already.
Yeah, so, and it's like, unfortunately, the world has got some dark sides to it. It can be a bit perverse, so you've got to be always monitoring who has access to your images and stuff like that. So, because in trying to get popularity or chasing fame or whatever it is, like trying to get the likes, you've got to be careful what you are exposing yourself to, and the responsibility is always from home. I would say the family unit, like you know, check, because you can't expect it for always the schools, the celebrities, and all that stuff. It's easy to always point the finger at other people to do it, but at least your home unit should be at least.
But if you're influencing people to the point that they're willing to sacrifice themselves and even like end up dying because they're going to just like fake doctors to get the fake boobs and fake breasts, and you know that it's increasing because people just want that lifestyle, do you feel that that's something that society should be dealing with, or we should just ignore it?
Because this is a thing as well. So there's multiple people doing that out there, right? So if, say for example, Kim Kardashian stops, there's always going to be somebody else doing it. And there's always going to be somebody else doing it in Brazil or whatever. So at the end of the day, it's, again, he says, it's your community, your society up to monitor you. And it's, I don't think the responsibility should be so much on the people who are doing it, right? So, for example, on Instagram, if you go and you explore, it doesn't even have to be celebrities. It's just other regular people doing all those things. So if you come across that, all that, you think, well, this is the standard, right? So I think it comes from so much your values and how important they are to you. So that doesn't come from Instagram, it actually comes from your society.
Okay.
That's how I feel anyway. And then they're probably enhanced when you look at Instagram or whatever. I don't know.
And one thing I realised is, especially like I follow a lot of people for different reasons and stuff. I mean, it's depending on what you're interested in and stuff. But I noticed one time, like, I saw Beyonce's thing, like she had, like, I don't know, was it maybe 20 or 50 million, but she's got a lot of followers. I realized I think she's hardly following maybe one person or no.
Yes.
Like, so I realized like everyone's all busy following her, but she's too busy like working on her craft and focusing, like, to be following anybody else. So it made me just realize that, you know what, a lot of times we're busy trying to emulate this person, whatever, but they're not even, like Rihanna said, like, she ain't got time to be
role model.
You understand? Like, she's focused on her craft, so at times it's attention, because sometimes we spend a lot of time just scrolling, but they're making their money and stuff by.
Because we spend about 4 to 5 hours a day actually scrolling. It's sad, but we spend more time on social media.
So what about the avenue where it's now affecting women, where it come on to in even dating? Because men now, because some men, not all men, they have a specific look. They're looking at these pictures all the time on Instagram. So when they come out in the real world now, they expect to see nice this, nice that, not knowing.
Conditioning.
Yeah, so that's a big issue. I mean, I don't know. Not for me, but
but you should love the woman for who she is. That's all I got to say to cover that. But I feel I don't know what to answer that, because if the woman feels like these things make her beautiful, or she feels beautiful wearing the fake eyelashes.
No, the problem is not with the woman. The problem is with the men who think that every woman should actually look like what they see every day on these social media sites. You know what I mean? So they go out there with an intention to find a woman with a round figure, nice dress. You know what I mean? So, and then when they're disappointed, they tend to, I don't know, it's like they just feel that, the right woman, is not for me.
They should marry a tree, man. What's this, like, seriously?
So,
no, I think if that person, I think there's an element of ignorance or not being aware of the environment, because technology is there. It tells you everything. You know, a lot of it is fake.
And
so
like,
if you then
models, and models, they, you know, I'm not trying to, because I don't know like what they made you, but in terms of like, because technology has changed now, you can make a career being on IG and things like that.
Instagram models, all that stuff.
So and certain times the men that are also on there for different reasons. Again, like so some might like you could be fooled into the fantasy thinking that this is how this person is, because it's just an image that you're just portraying again. So trying to find a relationship via that channel is very tricky. You've got to be very careful, I would say, because it's like you said, it's a bit of fakery, so to speak, because what you're portraying there may not be 100% you all the time. It's just you at a certain angle. Like you don't always go to the kitchen like this, that. You know, so
but they take pictures like that.
So I think like, you know, there's some Instagram relationships which have like worked, but I think as much as you're portraying something, you're still going to meet these people in person. Do you know? And eventually, there's so much you can fake. Do you see what I mean? I think it will get to a point where the realization would come and say, you know, I will have to just be myself. I don't.
You know what? You're actually right. There is so much you can actually fake. So, what are your thoughts on that? Do you actually do it just for likes, or you actually do it for business? What are your thoughts? Let us know.